everybody. Evan Smith again, your ASUW President. This week's All Campus, we're going to go dive back into the issue of differential tuition in the University of Washington. But first we want to thank everybody that tuned in to our last video last quarter regarding differential tuition, and everybody that responded to me via email. We've been taking your personal stories and bringing it to leaders on campus as well as to legislators in Olympia. But speaking of Olympia, we've been making a lot of progress down there with regards to differential tuition. So last Friday, we had our Huskies on the Hill lobby day. We went down to Olympia, and I promise you it is blue down there if you haven't been there. But we turned it purple and gold with all the Huskies we brought down there. And we had really exciting news upon our arrival, as the House of Representatives passed House Bill 1043, an act to repeal differential tuition for all public universities in our state. 95-1, a huge overwhelming majority, bipartisan vote. And now what we're saying is we need to take this bill to the Senate and have them pass the same language so we can move on in the process. But just as a refresher, so we've done our work in the House, our bill is passed, and we need to make sure the Senate passes the same exact language so that we can take that bill to the governor, to his desk, so he can sign it and make it the law of the land. So a little more insight into what we're doing in the Senate. There's two things being considered, or two different policies. One is our preferred approach of differential or complete repeal of differential tuition, and the second is a partial repeal. So basically allowing all universities in the state to do differential tuition except us, or the University of Washington, which we think is just bad policy. We believe that differential tuition should be repealed in its entirety, and we should move on to more state funding, new sources of revenue to make sure that we've got a fully functioning higher education system. But this is where we need your help the most. We need you to find out who your senators are, give them a call, email them, and tell them that you support complete repeal of differential tuition authority and you support House Bill 1043. It's really important that we get all of you mobilized, that you're sending emails, because this is a big issue. We need to hear from students, because this is the #1 student issue down in Olympia this year that we need to fight for. So if you have any questions about any of this, please feel free to email me back and reply. I'm happy to respond back to you, but I'm also happy to introduce to you a new feature we're launching on our website. So if you go to asuw.org, you'll be able to see a new feature we've got called Ask Us Anything. Little play on the Reddit thing, but you can go on there, ask us any question, and we'll make sure it gets routed to the appropriate person at ASUW, and we'll get an answer back to you within a week. So it could be anything related to the policy stuff we're doing at Olympia, any cool events on campus, or where you think, or you want to know where the best food is on campus. Personally, you should just ask me because I have experience. But we're happy to launch that, make it easier for you to get the answers you need, and make sure you're having the best time here on campus. That's all we got this week. So let us know if you have any questions, and we'll see you next time.